Live on Yata
Okay, come.
main channel, camp channel. Alright, so first and foremost, we want to give all praises unto our Father, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai, Ba'ashem,
Rakah,
Rakah,
Quadash.
Quadash.
Double honors into the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations into the hopeful elect. All right, it's your Tazapanya.
Come, the Ak Maccabee.
Akazar.
All right,
And the brother Yada
and the
will
bro-
be joining us shortly.
So we are the sons of Jacob camp out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. All right, we're in some very perilous times right now. We're going to get into some articles. We're going to break down some words, etymology, going into the Hebrew and the Greek. We're going to bring up the scripture, all right, which is the word of the Most High, all right, which is basically the spirit of prophecy, which is the testimony of Yahweh Shai. All right, we out here prophesying the downfall of this kingdom, which is Babylon, all right, being ruled by Esau, all right, trying to let our people know, which is the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, to repent because they are the children of the Most High power, which are the Israelites, all right, and then that their power is the one on earth, all right, from Judah all the way down to Issachar, all right. So,
I got a step just to start.
Con,
Real quick, you know, Mom, we can run off this, or you can bring out yours too, because I'm sure it all pertains. But this is Second Ezra chapter 15 and 14 is where I'm gonna start real quick, and it reads, all right. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword of their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right. So you see what's going and that's the spirit because it does link up with what we're going into. The way people are waking up. Remember in the book of Daniel, it said knowledge shall. So there's a lot of people through TikTok, through Instagram, Telegram, Patreon, BitChute, Rumble, whatever, even YouTube. All right, even with all of its blockages to the truth.
Right.
All right, people of all type of nations that is understanding this planned collapse, planned breakdown of the supply chain, pandemic, so on and so forth by the international banking families, Amalek, and the rest of the Edomite cronies.
Who came out and basically this week said like they got a system that they're working on basically for when the system kind of crashes, and it's not Bitcoin either. So for people who laid up, you know, wealth in Bitcoin thinking that was going to be the next thing, you know, you wasted your money doing that too. So, you know, that's not going to save you either.
Not at all.
But like the brother was saying, man, like we're coming into some real perilous times, man. Where the whole vibe of the week has just been like people up and all of a sudden being like, yo, gas is outrageous. Or, you know, I personally kind of dealt with that where someone was like, said that to me, and then my immediate response was wait till it's full. Which, like you just said,
and I got a testimony on that real quick right there. But just like how you brought up, right, that goes into that sedition.
Right.
So because knowledge, sedition means inside insurrection or inciting through words, right? To go against, you know, the authorities at high. That's why it says that they should not regard their kings and rulers. Why? Because they're seeing that the people, remember, government means ment is your mental mind, government is the control. Government is control of the minds. All right. They're seeing that they're trying to control them basically on the left-hand side. All right. They're not using their laws, this and that, and the third. And things is going to get so bad where they're using the sword against one another. All right. Because they're seeing what the elites is trying to do, the agenda that they're trying to push, trying to get more and more control by destroying your livelihood.
Right.
All right.
I got that definition for sedition real quick.
Okay.
And it reads, it's a noun, obviously, and it reads, all right, conduct a speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or a monarch.
Right.
So against, you know, obviously the kings and princes, like the brother mentioned. The
So like a coup?
Yeah, like the authority, the government, when they bring in the National Guard, or when it comes down to the police trying to mandated implement
a coup d'etat, which goes back to French.
Yeah,
it's where they actually want to reestablish a new government.
Right.
People is just inciting it and not even really like, well, we're gonna rule next. They just like, man, fuck this shit. You see what I'm saying? And so it's not even like a kingdom mindset or to a rulership mindset. It's just an anarchist mindset. Straight lawlessness.
Right.
They like fuck
will.
this shit. Yeah, exactly. It's a satanic Anton LaVey, Aleister Crowley mindset. Do as thou will.
But you have basically, like the brother was mentioning, you got that Egyptian against the Egyptian taking place, which is about to be a large percentage of the sedition, because you got these quote unquote Edomites that are against all the mandates and this and that and the next thing, and all the other things that are being put into place. All right, they're going to fight. They're going to fight against the the powers that be, so to speak.
Can you read down to verse 19? Because that was part of what I wanted to bring up anyway. But before you read that, my quick little testimony, Salakia. So I'm going to King Supers last night, to get a money order. All right, and I had to go get some food or whatever for my sisters, my pops or whatever. And I'm going down each aisle. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm here. The scriptures is constantly in your head. I've been seeing all these videos. So I'm like, okay, I really don't see too many empty shelves. I go down one aisle, and this whole, in the middle of it was empty. And guess what product was the empty product? Ramen noodles. Right next to the canned goods, and the canned goods was halfway done. Right. Now, why would ramen noodles be fully done, empty? I'm talking about empty. Because it's the cheapest non-perishable food. People are knowing what's to come, man. It's not like, out of nowhere, we can't get no ramen. And it's not. People are buying up the cheapest thing as possible just in case shit hit the fan and they got something to eat, man.
That's right.
These are the times that we're coming into.
So they can feed their families and this and that and the next thing. This is back in that 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 17, right? And it reads, a man shall desire to go into a city and not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for the great tribulation.
Right. So the lack of bread is bread talking about food, man. All right. Azara, you could get 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 22. And then I'm gonna bring out this article real quick to show why things is about to get into. All right. So nope. People are not gonna have pity upon their neighbor. Is because that animal beast-like instinct is going to overtake them. Right. Their emotions is going to fully override their intellect. Right. Because when you ain't got no water to drink and no food to eat, just like it just said, the lack of bread, they're going to go take it, man. Right. Like old Diddy, take that.
Right. Right. And like the mentions there with the not being able to go into the city, man, because you're going to have, the separation of peoples through the mandates and this and that and the next, and being allowed to this, and people not being allowed to do this, depending upon whether you have the jump shot or not. You know what I'm saying?
So this right here, this just came out. All right. On the CPO magazine. It's also on the CISA.gov website. All right. The FBI, NSA, CISA. CISA stands for Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, and the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, issued a joint cybersecurity advisory on cyber threats targeting water facilities. Now, if you notice, before this scamdemic came out, Event 201 came before. Just like 9/11, before that, they did a mock operation, right? Now, what Klaus Schwab, that devil, right, the CEO or one of the joint heads of the World Economic Forum, he showed that the next event catastrophically to come to Babylon is a cyberdemic. That's what they like to coin it now. All right. And Cyber Polygon, which happened a couple months ago, was a mock event of what to do or to research how things would happen if a cyber attack were to come to Babylon the Great, right? So just like how there's a so-called virus, all right, there, and then in computers you got a virus, it's going to be to an astronomical greater event, replicating itself into all types of things, Internet of Things, all right?
I can't hear you, bro. Plat? Shit, Plat is what?
Yeah,
I think that way.
Yeah,
Plat's down that way, bro. Yep.
So this goes on to say, right, a joint cybersecurity advisory by ongoing malicious cyber activity by known and unknown threat actors on U.S. water and wastewater system sector facilities. All right. So I wanted to bring out, and I'm not going to, you could easily Google, you feel me, and the articles will come up. All right. But that waste management. All right. Can you bring out Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16, and then jump to verse 24 real quick?
I got the
You got the
second Ezra 6.
Second Ezra 6. Come.
You said 3 and 3.
And I got it set for Doc Maccabee too.
Come.
To Lambeck.
Come. So imagine how people gonna act when they ain't got water to drink, and especially the waste management. That means that your plumbing systems, all right, your toilet, anything of that matter, all right, in your major buildings, your homes, your schools, it is not going to work, and it all runs through electronic, system, a thing that turns things on and off through an algorithm and a timing, automated timing, right?
Salaki, if I may add, the U.S. and the wicked mainstream media like to portray it as if, you know, these countries are just hacking the U.S. willy-nilly just because they want money or something like that. But it's really, if you're looking into the sister articles, there's great articles I can show you later on. It's really retaliation upon the U.S. like Iran, you know, like how we dealt with Soleimani.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and America's really quick to forget a lot of the shit that the U.S. does.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have like three arms of how the U.S. deals with other nations. There's diplomatic, there's military, and now in the 21st century, they have cyber. Right. So a lot of these attacks are like retaliation attacks, kind of like gang warfare.
Yeah. Chapter 3, verse 16, and then just jump to the point of verse 24. Yeah.
This is Isaiah 3:16, and it reads, Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walked with stretched forth necks, and wanting eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a twinkling with their feet, and jumping down to 24. It reads, and it shall come to pass that instead of the sweet smell, there shall be stink.
Right, see? So, and I brought this up because the scripture is talking about, you know, you daughters of Zion, right? You Israelites out there that think your shit don't stink, all right? The Most High is really going to do that if he allows this waste management system to be cyber attacked, all right?
Because we talked about that just like for a brief second before camp. It was like, man, if you cut the water supply society, I mean, you're going to break that society down in a matter of hours. Yeah. It's going to take a couple of days,
right?
For like you know, the scripture basically says, right, for women who normally smell, you know, of delicious things, or they don't have that stink on them, you know, because y'all women know, man, y'all shit be smelling filthy, you know, brothers know too, from dealing with y'all. If you don't wash or deal with, clean yourself.
Imagine you being in that time and you on your period, man.
Right.
And you didn't drink. You like, shit, I'm thirsty. I'd rather drink the last of the bottled waters instead of washing with them.
Right.
Your ass, he's going to turn a sweet smell to a stink.
Right.
It don't matter if you was an IG model or not, man. Right. You and your 10,000 rent apartment condo somewhere in some big city, but can't wash your ass, man. Yeah. And see, that's the times that we coming into, man. And that was just a quick second onto, you know, you women out there. But we know that when it comes to women, All right, hygiene is of the utmost matter, man.
Right.
You go into the book of Esther. What did the king's customs, man? All right, with his concubines. All right, he allowed them to do what? They had to go through a year process for him even deal with them.
Con.
It's like, I'm gonna keep going. And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well, set hairs, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth, and a burning instead of youth. All right, you know what I'm saying? It pretty much speaks for itself, man. Because when you think about a lot of these Israelite women, on, you know, just on like a basic level, like a lot of them are bald headed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like me and this brother standing here alone got more hair than some of you Israelite women.
Con. That's the truth.
And watch when if you can't shampoo, condition your hair.
Right. Or you know what I mean? Put all them chemicals in your shit.
Yeah, you can't brush your teeth. All this rod y'all swallowing up. All this, you know what I'm saying? Kids, you feel me? Y'all,
Right.
you know, Israelite bitches get down.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Having your shit smelling like different, like you've been inside a football locker room or some shit. You know what I mean? I'm and you know, Salaki to keep it raw, but listen, like,
but it's facts.
Yeah, because we're coming into a time that has never happened before. So the Most High revealeth his secrets to his prophets. Doesn't it say that in the scripture? All right. So he's given us the imagination through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to try to prepare spiritually to get ready of what we're going to see then. We can see it, all right? Because we're prisoners of hope. And we're hoping that, you know, we'll be basically endure through them days, all right? And this type of times that we get into is no joke. This shit is serious. We're at the end of this thing, all right? If you want to bring that out.
This second address? You said 6 and 22 or 6 and what verse?
6 and 22.
Con. And Salaki, if I may add, going back to what you were saying about the haughtiness of Babylon, you know, they think that this place can't go down, but you know, we brought out for a long time that America's infrastructure grade is a D-. You know,
that's true.
You know, it's pride.
Back when I woke up 2015, 2016, you see what I'm saying? I remember them reports coming out, the third party, and they would had the grade of everything and all that. We are damn near was a third world country back then. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, how much more now? You feel me?
I got that for you.
Salaki.
Just a quick
Go ahead, get that, brother.
This is second address, chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly, Salat, be found empty.
Right. So what is the storehouse? Your Walmart, your Kroger, your Safeway, your King Super. All right. This place is literally, when this inflation is, first of all, inflation is already here. We're waiting for hyperinflation. Yeah, that's another storehouse, right? Things where merchandise is stored up, right?
Like you just mentioned, like, man, this mall used to be jam-packed weekend to weekend. Like this parking lot right here behind us used to be filled with cars. When we first started coming out here about six years ago at this particular spot, 6-7 years ago, this was a Macy's or whatever, so you couldn't even really do what we're doing right now. We're so busy. And then they shut that down. We started over there. They kicked us out. And they said we couldn't because that building was for sale or whatever. Nothing ever came back to that building. So it's been spiraling that long. And it longer than that.
Even the bus routes right here died down. I don't know if you noticed that, but even the bus routes have died down.
A lot more people used to ride the bus over here.
Because, I mean, you taking away jobs, so people ain't got to go here no more. You know, this mall don't got enough places to shop, so people don't want to go here no more. And this place is like, and then I don't see how Jake could continue want to be here, man. This place is whack. Kingdom.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the type of, but you know, like right now we in this book is filled with lamentations, mourning, and woe. So, you know, every now and again we try to comfort, you know, the hopeful elect, you know what I mean, in the scripture, but right now, matter of fact, in that that's the spirit. Azariah, you could get book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. But say what you was gonna say.
No. That was it.
That was it? Okay.
Just in line with what you were saying, like And in line with what the brothers just read, like man, Babylon is just taking L's right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
And we waiting for that major last L of ICBM, man.
Con.
He completely destroyed this
Con.
place, and he never inhabited again. Just a place for desert animals, man.
Con.
Con. I got that out.
All right, go ahead, Ak.
You said verse 17, right?
Yes.
Con. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning for me.
Right. All right. So, what are we doing? We're giving warning from the Most High. So, if we're telling you there's about to be a famine, not only of the word but also of bread, all right, it's from Yahweh. And we're telling you, all right, these mandates is going to get stronger. This MOTB coming out, that Biz Marquis, that Marcus Aurelius, all right, it's from Yahweh. All right, this is all on the left-hand side, man. All right, that left-hand energy, you feel me, which is because Isaiah 45:7, right? I create good light and the darkness, good and evil. I, the Lord, do all these things, right? All right, so he works on both sides of the spectrum, man. All right, and we're supposed to be watchmen. All right, so all you that know that you Israel, you supposed didn't Yahweh Shah say to watch and pray? All right, so we are watchmen standing upon that tower. And what's the tower? Didn't it say it was a strong tower? So you're supposed to be knowing the name, standing on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, and in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, telling our people, right, of what's to come from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, simple as that. All right, if you want to get,
Did you want me to grab 18 in there?
you want to grab 18,
Con. This is verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked ways to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
All right, you see what I'm saying? So we trying to get these blood off of our hands, man.
That's right.
All right,
Wash
so
the blood off.
yeah, and we doing that by doing the work, and it's not grievous, man. You feel me? It's actually a joyful thing. You see what I'm saying? To go out here and do, serve the Most High. But yet, we all, at the end of the day, we bear the indignation of the Lord because we have sinned against Him. So we go through hell, not only doing this, getting mocked, scoffed at, right, looked at, funny, so on and so forth, but it's all for the will of Yahweh. All right, in the name of His Son, His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
All right.
I got to say real quick, just to kind of add on to, just to top it a little bit, land back, so to speak. This is Isaiah 33:6, and it reads, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, Salakia. And the fear of Yahweh is his treasure."
That's right, man.
Just basically saying, man, coming into these times, all right, as we start to realize that, like me and the brother was mentioning before camp, that I'm basically working to keep going to work at the prices how much gas.
Yeah, that shit is so whack, man.
Right. And where brothers and stuff, true lacks of bread start to show in the house, man. You know what I'm saying? Where maybe it's not completely prominent, but it's starting to show, and it's just an issue in the world, man. And in that time, the book that we reading out of the Holy Script, that having that understanding with the wisdom and still ability to lean on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah in the coming times. You don't have that, it's gonna be, you're not gonna make it, man. All right.
That's gotta be in these times right now my favorite script. One of my favorite scripts, because I just love the whole script. But you know what I mean? Right now, wisdom and knowledge, you see what I'm saying, is such a big thing, or spirit, should I say, to attain, man. All right, like you gotta hold on to her like that's your woman, and you don't want to let her go, man.
I just got one more to kind of land back on that. Like the brother said, it is going to be incredibly important to basically soak up as much of this knowledge as possible in this current time while we can, because there's going to be not just that lack of bread coming, but that lack of the word, man. All right, so there is that great famine that's not only just a physical famine with the bread, but a spiritual famine, man, because these words ain't gonna be accessible all throughout the unicorn anymore, man. All right. So I just wanted to grab real quick Amos 8 and 11 because in these coming times, this is something we're gonna deal with too. All right. Behold, the day shall come, said Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but a hearing of the words of Yahweh. All right. So, like I just said, man, with that coming shortage of in the storehouses and at the gas pump and all other things, you know, at the end of that comes this great famine of the word, man, because that's why, you know, you got to seek this wisdom now, seek this knowledge now, because it's going to be gone, man. That's why I said,
seek the Lord how you find him. Through the scriptures and his prophets, man.
That's right.
That's why we out here, you know, in the season, out of season. Listen, we're not going to be surprised to see how many people try to ask us what's next when there ain't no food in the storehouses and the electricity goes off. You know what I'm saying? And wondering, damn, okay, these brothers constantly said this, and it look like it's coming to pass now. Let me try to holler at them to see what's coming. Nah, it's over. It's over with at that point. You feel me? It's either going to be through the spirit or through the elders, and they're going to pass an order. Yo, don't go out to the highways no more. And at that point, our tongue is going to cleave into the roof of our mouth, like it's a prophecy in Ezekiel, man. Because this shit might be over with.
I got a set for you all. Or for Doc Maccabee, actually. This is Shalom Mark. This is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding.
See, and that when I first came into the truth, remember there's 31 chapters in Proverbs. I used to there's a what's the name? A chapter of Proverbs for every day of the Gregorian calendar month, right? 31 days. So I used to read one before I go to work every day, son, to keep my mind, because I knew, remember, oppression making a wise man mad. So going to, imagine you waking up to the truth and you working some minimum wage, damn near job, and the shit that you get from your supervisors, you looking at your check, the tax, man, this shit used to get me tight. So I used to consistently add, you know, wisdom through Proverbs, Sirach, Psalms, you know, wisdom of Solomon, in order to, you know, just get my spirit, you know, get in the spirit. That one was a big one because, you know, a lot of women, your family members, they see this drastic change in you when you used to be all about, let's say, money. Give a fuck about money no more because the only thing you care about of attaining is wisdom and understanding. You trying to understand why things in your life is going the way it do. Why things of your people, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, why it's going on like that? Why is the world consistently, through your vision, going to seem like it's coming to a certain type of outcome? All right? So your mind is consistently on that. People mad that you're not watching. Let's say you're dealing with a girl. She want to watch twerking videos of Chris Brown and shit like that. But all you want to watch is either the news, you feel me, to see what's going on. Like, yo, turn this shit on. Hey, yo. Yeah, this dope shit, you feel me? It's straight entertainment for them, and you like, yo, and they see you get hyped when some new prophecy being fulfilled, and they like, yo, this thing crazy. This thing weird. You know what I mean? So I said to say wisdom is the principal thing. When you go into that word principle, it means first, utmost priority. You see what I'm saying? That is the first, foremost thing of all things, man, to be acquired. All right, because didn't it just say, Isaiah 33:6, all right, for the fear of the Lord is his treasure? What did Yahweh Shah say? Put your treasures up in heaven with no moth, nothing can rot, so paraphrasing, all right? And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of what? Beginning of wisdom. You see what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, that's what it's going to save us in them times. When he said, yo, he that endureth into the end shall be saved, those that have wisdom is going to be able to endure, man.
Can I just land back off the road like you said, man? How, you know, you got like just, you know, just to kind of break it down, you've always had, man, that righteous view among the wicked majority, man. All right, so like the brother said, you know, when your woman wants you to watch some ridiculous entertainment bullshit, and you're not with it, against this place, man. All right, and their spirit is at. I think so, bro.
This one is on the StreamYard. I tried to do the prison, but I think I had to do extra things or whatever. So I tried with yours, and yours worked now. So we on the COS. Yeah.
Selected, but just to get this script real quick, man, just to kind of show, man, you could be of that righteous few, or you could be with the wicked majority, but the wicked majority has, an end game, man, so to speak. This is Jeremiah 16:4, man. All right, Salakia, and it reads, "They shall die of grievous deaths; they shall be not lamented." All right, so ain't nobody gonna care, man. Like, you're gonna be these hoes gonna be out here watching their twerk videos, shaking and talking shit, and the stormtroopers gonna kick in your door and wipe you out, and nobody's gonna bat an eye. No one's gonna give a shit, right? Neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. All right. And just getting at it, man. All right, like the brother said, these times we're coming into are not for the faint of heart, man. All right, you're gonna be, if you have the good sense, you're probably gonna be moving at night. You know what I'm saying? From really like building to building, not even where it's like you're moving, long distances. You're gonna be fighting for inches and feet, yards, so to speak.
God, well, you gonna need the Most High, huh? Because Esau got night vision, infrared, all that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you're gonna be crawling over bodies, is what I'm basically getting at. You're stepping over bodies, so to speak.
You can bring out Azariah Psalms 91 since he just said that.
Con.
So it's about to, it's just saying, man, it's about to get real grim out here.
I got a precept for you for laying back on what you just said. This is the book of 2nd Esdras. Yada, you want to break it down real quick? Chapter 16, verse 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Right, man. So make thyself ready for that battle, man. Right, because when that time is here and on the earth, man, we are gonna be like those pilgrims, man. Like how Shai moved, man. Right? He didn't have no
place to lay down his life.
When we're wanting to go into the city and not being able to, when we're trying to buy our family bread and not be able to, hey man, we're not gonna be in these apartment housings that we live in today, man. Right, they're gonna have UN troops and all that, plus the propaganda that's gonna be pushed against the brotherhood and the body, man. You have to take all these things into consideration. Right, prepare thyself for the battle because it's near, man. All right, you like the apostles always say, the elders always say, man. You have to know what you've gotten yourself into.
Yeah, but you signed yourself up for, man.
Like this isn't no pitter patter. This isn't no let's hold hands and read the Bible on the sidewalk, man.
That's like that 2 Timothy says, man. You signed up to endure hardness like a good soldier.
Hey, man, the moment you understood what you were standing for, and you came out here on the highways and the byways, you knew, man.
Right.
All right. And then also, it's not of us, man. This is of the Lord, man. Right. The Lord ordained this spirit to be upon the brothers that stand before you and all the other camps, teaching this word and truth. This is simple.
I got the 7th leg back up, man. And that's like in the movie Black Hawk Down, man. It's a scene where the character Hoot says, you know what I'm saying, where the dude is kind of bitching and moaning about some of the deaths, some of the men that they lost, Right. There's some of the men that they lost, where the dude basically says to him, hey, look, nigga, in war, you don't get to choose who the bullet grazes and who the bullet hits in the, carotid artery. You don't get to choose, who, gets the ricochet sound and who just gets hit with a sniper fire,
Gets hit with the actual bullet, but it goes clean.
This is
the next nigga do that.
Let me pull back up the script I was on, but let me just grab it real quick. This is This is Jeremiah 15:2, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as are for death to death, such as are the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as for captivity to captivity."
Right.
All right.
So that lets to show you that There is no free will, man.
Right.
The Most High created people for certain things. If you created for death, you're gonna die.
Right.
You created to die by the sword is gonna get you. There's nothing you can do about it. Man's goings is of the Lord, man.
Exactly.
All right.
You're supposed to be out here teaching. The Lord knew that before you was
Yeah.
born, man.
The spirits of the prophets are subjected to the prophets, man. We not just doing this just because our spirit was doing this in a different vessel back thousands of years ago, man. It is what it is.
Willing to sacrifice everything for this, man. Right, as we went into last week, man, be on fire for this, man. You also want to talk about, man. Be that good soldier.
That's right.
And that's why wisdom is a printable thing, because you know the more wisdom you get, the more you're going to naturally fear the Most High.
That's right. And this is the backup. Quick 3 precepts. Yeah, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 10 through 12. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake,
Right, man.
for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
That's right. All right, because what the Lord say, man. Roughly paraphrase, He's going to bring us before the kings and queens of this places, man. And fear not, for I will put my words in your mouth, man. All right, so blessed are ye that are persecuted for the Lord. First are the ones to rise up that lose their head for the testimony of Mashiach. All right, this is beautiful, man. All right, because we at the end of this thing. These things are all about to be here, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, Arthur.
Verse 11, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely
Right.
for mine sake.
Talking about you, little girls, talking about, it used to be all about money, man. Now you about this truth. You used to roll with it, man. Now you don't deal with it. And then on top of that, man, the slander that's going to come, the lies, the victory, man. All right, you people are going to utterly betray the men of the Lord, man. And you're not going to have a covering or a safety net or a go back for doing that, man. And the Lord says what, man? To those that offend His little ones, man.
You got something on that?
This is the last verse. Okay, last verse right here. Verse 12 in the book of Matthew chapter 5. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven.
Right.
For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. And that goes into regeneration. Because if they did it to the prophets, who is those people that he's talking about? Those is prophets too. All right? The disciples, they're prophets, man. All right? And if I could, I'll throw it out. Prophets in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. A spokesman for the Most High. Old Testament prophets were not interpreters of the Most High's will. They uttered the actual words which the Most High gave them. 2 aspects to their work.
Read that again real quick, bro.
A spokesman for the Most High. Old Testament prophets were not interpreters of the Most High's will.
So this isn't an interpretation of anything other than what the Most High's will is.
And there wasn't multiple interpretations either, man.
That's right.
All right? There's a singular body, man. We are all in accordance and agreement in these holy scriptures.
Yeah, one gospel, one good news. Isn't it saying, Timothy, that there is no private interpretation of the scriptures,
It says
man?
what it says, man.
You can't privately go and, oh, this is what it means to me. No, man.
And now we're gonna say, now we gotta
I
say,
think I feel.
it says what it says, and they said what he said. You know what I'm saying? That's what it says, man. It says they spoke his literal words, man.
They uttered the actual words
Actual words.
which the Most High gave them. 2 aspects to their work: forthtelling and foretelling. There were, matter of fact, somebody look up in the Common Dictionary forthtelling, because we know what foretelling means, right? To say something before it happens. So I wonder what forthtelling means. There were schools of the prophets, but little is known of them. All right, and that's funny because the Most High set up a school of the prophets, Great Millstone, man. All right, we learn from the elders, man.
Foretelling. You said foretelling?
Yeah, F-O-R-T-H.
Come on, I got it, bro. Salak. This is forthtelling. Hold on, Salak is giving me some goofy. To forthtell, all right. It's a verb, and it basically means Salak here. Let me go down to the meaning. Just trying to mess with this, trying not to load all this.
let me finish this real quick then, because it goes on to say, there were true and false prophets. The prophets of the Old Testament were of two kinds. The former, who wrote an interpretive history of the background of the period in which the great writing prophets lived and worked. The latter, also called writing prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, and the 12 minor prophets. All right. So basically, all right, because this book is all about prophecy, like I said in Revelation. You don't have the testimony of Yahweh Shai if you don't have the spirit of prophecy, man. All right? This is verbatim, all right, from the angel taking Yahweh Shai's words, giving it to John the Revelator.
So the difference between foretell and foretell is that foretell is to tell forth, publish abroad, while foretelling is to predict. So they published abroad predictions, basically. So basically, just like we always say, you are to be compassed with what? Prophecy. And that's basically what it's saying. They published prophecy all over. They brought prophecy abroad.
So foretelling is like you could just either be by yourself or telling somebody, oh, this is what's about to happen.
Right.
Foretelling is like what the apostles was doing, going to this place and yo, this
going
going
to
to happen.
city,
this going to happen.
Teaching 3 weeks there, going to the next city, teaching 3 weeks there.
Yeah, see, so
because what the Lord says, what the Lord wouldn't bring destruction if the people had not heard their judgment, man. It's only fair. So just like we always talked about, and just like the scripture says that Babylon, aka America, is going to be destroyed as Sodom and Gomorrah. And what happened before Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, man? All you people, all you spirits that were there had the opportunity to what? To repent and receive salvation. But what you do, man, you furthered your wickedness. Lot didn't find nobody. Lot even offered his two virgin daughters to you, man. Y'all niggas said, fuck out of here, Lot, before we get at you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look wicked as hell, man. So that's exactly what the Most High does, man. He sends his spokesman, his ambassadors, as the scripture says, to the people to teach, to warn, to be that that watchman in the tower. And then what? He brings destruction, man. And those that were there to hear and receive it, received it. And those that were there to hear and receive judgment, received judgment.
That's right.
All things in decent order, you heard?
What precept you got?
I got it, Psalm 31.
Man, that's your call.
Yeah, you can bring it out.
This is Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall devour thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
So ain't we in noisome pestilence?
I was just gonna say what I thought about when the brother was saying that was like the Lord will be our covering, man. We're gonna trust in him. We're not gonna trust in anything else, man. I remember watching Alien vs. Predator AP, man.
Yeah.
Was located here in Colorado, man. Beautiful Colorado, okay?
Colorado and up in, I believe
Loveland or something?
No, it wasn't Loveland. It was that racist ass town where that college is at. I'm trying to think of
Fort Collins?
the name. No, it's a smaller college. Damn, I can't remember where they shot it, but nonetheless, it was Grand Junction. It was Grand Junction, Colorado.
Yeah, Grand Junction, Colorado.
Spirit, man.
Went down there one time for a choir thing. They act like they never seen a little black boy that could sing.
Go ahead, go ahead. Nonetheless,
but
Grand
anyway,
Junction,
so it's a movie, Alien vs. Predator. It's here in Colorado, and about third way through the movie, it's going all bad, man. All right, the town is basically becoming a breeding pool for aliens to be popping out of humans' chests.
Right.
As they
get snatched up everywhere.
Right, and it's real bad. Like you got aliens basically engulfing the city.
Because it's real mountainous in Grand Junction. You know what I'm saying? It's real spread out. It's kind of the people that actually really live there. Most of them, are of a more richer nature, so to speak.
Right.
They're more well-to-do than the average person.
Right. So the military is made aware of the
The situation.
the situation nonetheless, by the police station there in town. And they further to tell everybody, look, you guys are encircled by the enemy. What you need to do is consolidate, get everyone to the center of the town. So the townsfolk start going to the center of the town.
Right.
All together, amassing weapons to fend off the aliens as they're waiting for basically an evac.
Yeah.
We gonna be your rescue.
Right.
Come
We
to
gonna
us.
save
As soon as you said
And-
Sex of the
and-
City, listen, I'm like,
We gonna
fuck the
save
fucking
y'all.
devil.
Bro,
Why would I listen to this?
and the Edomite
I was
lady
thinking the
that's in
same
movie,
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
like
in the
makes
middle of the
sense.
city, so they can just run.
Just boom, boom, right? The main character's group comes to a decision where they're either going to follow the people to the middle of the town with everybody else, or be like, "Yo,
He
there's
said,
a
bro,
helicopter on this."
when they
on this,
say do this,
Do the
hospital."
opposite.
And that's what the guy says. He's like, "Look, I was in the military. Fuck my government.
Yeah,
Like,
Speaking of that same
when
shit,
they tell
man.
you go to the center of town, we going as far
I was
from it
thinking
as possible."
Yeah.
And that's what he basically says. And the ladies is like, he basically tells them like, "Yo, they're going to fuck y'all up. They're going to kill you." Like that, you don't understand. This is uncontainable. Like he's thinking logically, like, no, they're not helping us. They're not like, nigga, I'm seeing, 7-foot aliens stab niggas with tails. They're not coming to save us.
That's the spirit. Even Esau Edom teaches his soldiers to retreat.
Right.
So why you gonna have regular people just hunker down?
Yeah, just everybody pull up with your
with
guns.
no training and shit.
Right.
Y'all don't know what.
And hold them
They
off.
was like, yo, pull up hillbilly
That's super
style.
spiritual though. Like, that's
Yeah,
super
yeah.
spiritual.
Pull up
And
hillbilly style.
basically what happens is
Shoot down.
their group decides to go to the hospital to try to get on this helicopter and get out of there.
Smart.
Yeah, see, but that's why wisdom and knowledge shall
Shall
be
be
the stability of our times.
God.
Because ain't no Israelite in the truth gonna be listen to that
Be
dumb
like,
shit.
yes, Esau is gonna save
Save
us.
us. Nah.
Hey, the soldier must have been a Jake in the movie.
Right,
got a
but
massive
you also gonna have,
helicopter
but
follower.
in spiritual
He
too,
gonna
'cause
pick
you
us
gonna
up
have
with
that one
cargo
person in your
bomb.
group. No, they wouldn't do that.
Right.
No.
God.
Back
They gonna
far
save
from off
us.
me, Satan.
God.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's what the lady says. So there's a lady that was basically
God,
with
go
that group
ahead,
the
God.
entirety of the movie, you know what I'm saying? And they saved her and whatnot, and she comes to a point where she decides to go to the center of the town. That's literally what she says.
Yeah.
Our government wouldn't do that.
Our government
I'm going
wouldn't
with
do
the
that.
police officer.
Exactly.
Good luck. I'm gonna be saved. Y'all are ass out. Vibrations. She goes to the center of town. The center of town gets nuked. The people who got to the hospital barely make it out. They crash because of the nuke.
Right.
And all almost die.
So
But
basically,
they
man,
get away.
Con.
like the brother said,
That's your
you know,
part.
as all these people gather at the center of town, the government is
Drops a
plotting
nuke right in the middle
to
between
destroy
their
them
fucking
because
cars.
because the aliens are converging on them.
Using them as bait.
Right. So they use the people as bait
to
to destroy the enemy. So
He's so wicked.
yeah,
That's so
man.
wicked.
So
See,
they
Two birds, one stone.
two birds, one stone.
You gotta
man.
see, but you have to
And then
know
you can
thy
say- and then
enemy,
you can say
man.
what? Yo, we tried to save them. They
Yeah.
wasn't making it out.
Yeah, you know.
We had it
Damage
went all bad.
control.
We
God,
had to
Calm.
yeah,
clean it
that
up.
was
Calm.
control. We can't
Unless-
let it out.
unless
That
everybody
60
wanted to
foot-
die.
That's so
Everybody
wicked.
murking everybody.
That's the wickedness of Esau right
Yeah,
there,
They'll
man.
have a holiday later, like the people that
And more than
sacrifice
shit, you know what I'm
themselves.
saying? Just like with 9/11, you know what I'm saying?
He said have a
Like,
holiday.
they put
Thanksgiving
fucking
number
bombs in
2
that
for
fucking-
Esau.
Demolition the building, right?
Let
Kill
me,
all those people, you know what I'm saying? And then they put a memorial up. Never forget.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
never forget.
Devils, man.
Let me get this up real quick, man. All right, like the brother said.
Yeah, I was said never forget. Oh, what he said, put this in the remembrance at the hands of Joshua.
Right.
I will have war forever with Amalek.
With Amalek.
Amalek kind of said, do that dumb shit, man.
Tom, let me get this up real quick. This is Psalms 33. I'm going to start at 16, right? There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. An horse is a vain thing for safety, Salakia. Neither shall be delivered any by his great strength, all right? Basically, man, that, relying on, your strength or the strength of your horse, quote unquote, your car or your power or the powers that be.
Weapons.
Right. These days, man,
Food
that's not
stock.
going to save you in the end, all right? Behold, the eye of Yahweh is upon them that fear him,
That's right.
upon them that hope in his mercy, all right? As the brother said earlier, we're all prisoners of hope, man. All right, prisoners that the Most High is going to crack the sky and get us out of here before
All
he
right, it's on, man.
nuclearly destroys Babylon, man. All right?
Become humble with it too, man.
God, to deliver thy soul from death and to keep them alive in famine, which is, like we said, that wisdom and stability of that time. Hey, our hope is that the Most High continues to allow us to eat in that great time of
Hey,
tribulation,
man, and that time is here, man.
Right.
All right, because I just came from the store not too long ago. The shelves are fucking empty, man. These people out here can pretend like it, they faking the Jones, like it's all normal out here.
Out here faking the
They
funk,
go,
bro.
they go to the King Supers, they go to the Walmarts, they go to the Come and Goes. The shelves are empty, man. They all in the bay. You know what I'm saying? They're all the storage. It's not coming in, man.
Salaki, just before you came, I just brought that out, son. You feel me? I went to the King Supers last night to get a money order. I had to go get some food. I'm like, okay. Let me see it for myself. You know, you got your little pockets of thing, and then I go down one aisle and it's completely empty in the middle. And I'm looking at the price tag to see what merchandise was
the cheap shit.
Ramen noodles.
Yep, all gone.
Now I asked the brothers, the Akim, why you think ramen noodles is the one? Because it's non-perishable, the cheapest shit, and people is because of TikTok and all of this, knowing what's to come, man. They knowing sooner or later shit gonna hit, and you can't eat, man.
At the end of the day, whether it be on a basis level of understanding and reacting, you know, the scare tactic that Esau likes to use to force panic buying, or a realization that, hey, man, this shit ain't going right. These shelves is really empty. There's a whole aisle dedicated to large storage food, man, survival food, man, at your Walmarts, at your King Supers. All right, right next to the ramen noodle. So why you think, you know what I'm saying? It's like the ramen noodle all gone, and then the survival food is all still there because it's expensive.
But just like Revelation 13, 16, 17, they already have. All right, so I watched the video, right? Oh, the CEO or the COO of Toyota, he's saying that, remember, because of globalization, no, America isn't manufacturing anything. They getting everything from overseas, right? Because it's cheaper. Remember, the love of money is the root of all evil, and they're gonna reap what they've sown, and this is why America is getting destroyed anyway, whether it's planned or not. But it's all at the power of Yahweh anyway, right? So they're saying that up to a T, like a 10-minute window, they don't. Let's say they put in the car seat as soon as it get to them. It's not like you got a warehouse full of shit and then you bring it in. So basically, if things is not coming in, you can't complete the product that you're doing, because it's literally as soon as that truck get there and they get it off, they take it off and put it in there, and then they send it to the people to go. You feel me? And all of that's being fucked up right now.
And meanwhile, you got people out here on the you know, wearing masks inside their car by themselves when, you know, there's whole football games and whole basketball game arenas being filled up. But you can't have people work at the ports, man, to bring stuff in.
That's crazy.
All right. And let me tell you this, man. The first thing, if you at war and you're under siege, man, if your castle is under siege, which America ain't nothing but a big ass
castle
city
with no walls,
no fences, man.
Right.
All right. If you're looking at the ancient day, all your cities had walls, man. Why? For protection. Okay. This place is under siege, man, by its own government, you know, by its own self-inducing wound, man. It doesn't stab itself, wound, you know, deadly inside.
Like the brothers saying, man, if I was to pull up and attack a nation, first thing I would do is cut their ports,
cut the line,
because especially if I got a force that can sneak around and attack the city from behind while I'm, you know, blockading the port.
Well, how you gonna bring in?
Well, that's attacking infrastructure right there.
What did you say? Nothing moves in and out without me.
And we just brought up the article, you feel me, before you came here, Yada, about there's a cyber attack threat from a joint report, FBI, NSA, CISA, which is cybersecurity agency, on destroying the water systems and the water waste management system. So we brought up how the toilets and everything, and that they're going, you know, bring out.
And how South America is, they're not ready for that, man. They're not ready to go to the kitchen.
But how do you?
It's not coming.
How do you bring out?
That's going to shut society down.
Like that. But how do you bring up a new system if you don't take down the old? So this is what they're doing. They're purposely taking down the old so they can bring this into play, man. They already got the new system ready.
So they got this system in order while you got ships in the bays all around the U.S. and
holding the Amazon packages, man.
And those ships, some of those ships are tipping over and sliding into the ocean. And they losing product at the bottom of the ocean for no reason.
Losing crew members because they like, fuck it, we going home.
Exactly, man.
We just want to abandon ship, go home, see my family. Like I've been out here.
So the infrastructure
and shit.
So like, with all of that being said, we gonna need we gonna need the Redeemer, or we not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because
All right.
look, you gonna have.
Let me finish this out real quick, bro.
Scripture.
This is Psalms 33 and 20, and it reads, all right, just finishing this out. It reads, our soul waited for Yahweh. He is our help and our shield. All right, for our hearts shall rejoice in him because we have trusted in his holy name. But the name ain't important, right? Let thy mercy, O Yahweh, be upon us according to as we hope in thee. So being those prisoners of hope, we hoping that we get brought through this madness, man.
Right.
All right, we have the hope that Yahweh will provide us with the manna, you know, if so.
We
just
locked
to
in.
eat.
We
Yeah.
locked into this
Yeah.
truth, man. There is no other way out.
God, hey, look.
God, no retreat.
Hey, this is like some song, you know, ain't no escape, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because look, this, you know, like the elders say, man, this is worse than the mafia, brother. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's blood in, blood out.
That's right.
You look, we either get saved, man, or we dying, man.
Yeah, straight up.
Either we get saved or we dying. Cause for one, we know our enemy, man. He knows he knows our works too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He knows what we've done, so he ain't gonna hand you no return pallet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if he do, it's to bite you in your ass. So don't take it.
And that's why I think what's going on with this too, they're gonna use this rationing system. Because it's not like they don't got food. You feel me? They got things set up, but they're trying to get it to a point where you have to be forced to go to them. And that comes with this. Oh, well, we'll take this, and then you can eat as much
Right.
and buy and sell as much
Which
as
is
you want.
which is
I
the
gotta
fourth
sip that
step
real quick.
of
too.
what's it called, man?
That control out of
enticement.
chaos, man.
You know what I'm saying? There's 4 steps to enticement. It's to take this, get some. Take this, and I'll pay
God.
you. I'll recompense you.
This is
Or take this or else.
This is Job 15 and 35, and it reads, "They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and they prepareth deceit." All right, Salakia, and their belly prepareth deceit. As in,
Khan.
you know, that's how they roll, man. That's how Esau gets down.
Khan.
Like he said, what's up, bro?
I said Khan.
Oh, Khan, Slack, like you said, you said something. Salakia, but yeah, man, that's how they do it. Like the brother said, if you live in Vegas per se, and you're the biggest Vegas Raiders fan, you can't get into the game unless you take the Vanessa Waters.
You got people who had to return their their season tickets, but that's going on everywhere,
Right.
man. You got
You had 30.
athletes who are like speaking out against their major
You had
industries.
You had 30,000 police officers, servicemen walk away this week
And
from
that's
the
gonna
Chicago
happen in other
PD.
places, man.
God, that's going to start. It just happened in LA. You got the people in LA,
And in San Jose.
God, and in San Jose,
And you see
completely
what's gonna
revolting against their government because they're saying that for their children to go to school, they have to be jump shotted up.
Oh yeah, and that's
You know what I'm
war,
saying?
bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And a lot of people is not going for that shit. So, you got, like we said earlier, there's sedition among men where people are going against the governments and the leading bodies. Yeah, like all hell is about to break loose, man.
And you know what? You people deserve it, man. As scary as the time is, look, the brothers stand here with great boldness, all right? Because we have that faith. We believe in Hamashiach, man. We believe in Yahweh Shah, man.
got some more,
And
bro?
that he's coming back to save us and protect us, man.
Wanna finish
But you
up
other
some-
people that have no covering, and even the scriptures say it, man. You know, how
Okay,
much worse,
yeah,
man, for
good.
you. You scoffers, all right? You so-sayers, man. You know what I'm saying? You, what do they call it? False
He's like
false accusers. You know what I'm saying? You put lights out there. Hey man, death to y'all, man, and it's gonna come in mass amounts, man. All right, it's gonna come like a feast of the night, and it's gonna take you, unprepared, man. It's gonna be unsettling, man. All right, it's just gonna be one day we gonna go to the sink. Sink don't work, and then you go to check your Facebook. Damn, what's going on?
Your phone don't work.
The phone is off.
Phone
Facebook
off,
ain't
yeah.
loading up.
Right.
YouTube ain't loading up. You try to call somebody, you get the ding.
Your fridge is
Sorry.
quiet.
You know
Your
what I'm
fridge
saying?
ain't rattling no more.
Yeah, you like, yo, why the house is so quiet? You turn on the light. You like,
Right.
wait. Now you walk outside, right?
You hear screaming
And then you see other people that's doing the same shit just
Walking
outside
around
like this, like.
When you
and
start to
then
see
you
all your
talk to
neighbors,
neighbor,
it's
yo,
over.
What's going on?
I don't know,
You
man.
feel me? And then you've been
Shit
chilling
on
all
for 2
day.
days.
Maybe somebody get home from work was going, yeah, they just sent us home, man, da. And then it's getting
Everything's
nighttime now, and then that's when you start hearing the screams and the shit. You feel
Right.
me? And you like, oh shit, this shit ain't not coming back on.
The
son.
guys-
Yeah, no, it'll be
gunshots.
like, night 3, night 2.
Two,
you know what
yeah,
I'm
it'll
saying?
probably be night 2, night 3.
Night 2, night
Yeah,
3.
come.
Motherfuckers ain't eating. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
The
The
food
first
going right.
night is going to be like camping to these Colorado.
Yeah, they be like, oh,
motherfuckers.
this is so nice.
Yeah.
It might even be
Let's
sooner
rock
because
it and touch
you
it.
remember that dude in New York when the power went out in New York that was stuck in the elevator with his wife
Oh,
and he ate her.
Yeah.
He
Within
ate her.
the first, like 24
72 hours.
Yeah,
They were
was
only
in there
locked in there for 72
and-
hours.
I still want to know how long it took him to
Me too.
grab
I
her
think
up.
about that all the time.
I want to know how long it actually took him to grab her up and start.
Biting
Yeah.
your ass like a zombie.
Yeah, like just
Bitch,
did
give me
he,
that
and
neck.
did,
No, no,
did
no.
he eat her alive? Did he eat her alive? Like, you know,
Did he
did
break
he,
the neck?
did he take her out real quick?
Did he eat it raw? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like did he?
Did
Oh,
he use the light to
Oh.
cook something or
You
something?
see,
you're a savage.
That let you know this shit about to get so
Hey,
crazy.
And
Son.
bro, you're about to see violence that is because you know, like the people that live today, bro,
They
they're
gonna eat
so
their kids,
they're so
boy.
desensitized
Right.
to death, violence, you know, all those kind of things because they see it all the time. It's in the movies, it's in the videos,
In the
it's
video
in, you know,
game,
in the video
little
game.
kids grow up on GTA
You know,
like
yeah, little
double
kids
tapping.
walking around with a, you know,
They
things
Con,
like
con,
that.
con. It's
So
true. It's the
down,
truth.
like, walk
The
up and
violence that
empty
is
the
going
clip.
to proceed in Babylon here in America in the short coming time is going to be exceedingly fucking wicked.
Yeah.
Like super. It's gonna be.
That's right. Did you have
You're gonna see some grotesque shit. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have some steps you wanted to
Oh, con, yeah.
get out,
into
bro?
it, man.
Because brothers have got through their stuff. We're trying to get you.
Yeah, this is just I got a little something.
And that's why the battery about to go down. So he was like,
Con. All right, let
get
me
something
get
in there.
Let me see.
Did you want anything else out of Psalms
Yeah,
91 real
while
quick
he
while he's
found it,
looking?
go
Yeah,
ahead.
get that Psalms 90. Finish that Psalms 91 you had.
Okay, I think we was on verse 4. Psalms 91 and verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yeah,
Go on.
yeah, keep going.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Like we said, man, this gonna be a crazy amount of action basically happening, man. Death and destruction from every angle, corner, and type thing you can think about it. The animals are gonna be killing you. Bullets, stray bullets. Niggas gonna kill you on accident.
Let
You know what
that
I'm saying?
water stop working and see how that pestilence be in noonday and shit.
The famine
You
too.
see what I'm saying? If you, all that musk and dust and disease, dirt accumulating on
Con.
people, that shit gonna cause
These bitches gonna
dead people gonna die. They're gonna be just sitting there in the you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you gonna smell smells. You ain't never
Con.
gonna be vomiting, man. Just
Yeah,
walking
you
down
gonna
the
walk
street.
outside and just
You
throw
gonna
up.
see something and just throw up. You know, you gonna walk outside, you gonna see a
He'll be like,
pregnant
damn,
lady,
you good?
you know,
Yeah.
slayed up. You know what I'm saying?
That was
Baby
the
smashed.
that was the
Throw
move
up.
of last
Throw
month.
up.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Jay got to understand. We got to make it plain upon table. So he that run may he that readeth it may run.
This ain't Pastor Bacon's house, man.
You know?
You're gonna be on the ground like poop, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight shit up on the ground. You know when you walk through an apartment complex and nobody pick up their dog shit. You know what I'm saying? You just like, damn, man. I ain't gonna pick it up neither. No, I'm playing. But that's how you people gonna be laid out on the street, man, when this thing comes to pass. This is Isaiah chapter 12, verse 11, and it says, "And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cease the arrogancy of the proud, or I will cause the arrogant city of the proud to cease, and lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." Man, all right. So this place is about to cease, man, and it's gonna be punished. Why? Because of what you do on a day-to-day basis, man. You may think you live an exceedingly okay, not necessarily religious, but I'm a good person life. But hey, man, the Lord, our ways ain't the Lord's ways, man. The Lord
I hate
make
that shit.
man.
I hate that shit too.
All right, everything you do is ass backwards, and everything that is presented here as right is mostly wrong. Go ahead and grab that Sirach, brother. You should grab Micah
31 or 41 and 5.
41 and 5.
Okay, so
Micah chapter 5 verses 9 or 7 through 9. After this one.
slack it 1 second. Forward. This is chapter 40. Slack. This is Sirach.
Yeah, hopefully.
41 and 5, and it reads, "The children of sinners are abominable children. They that are Salakia. that are conversant in the dwelling of the
that are conversing in the dwelling of the ungodly. This is not the Most High says, be ye separate, man. All right? You're not to have no stake with these worldly people, man. Let the sheep be sheep. Let them walk straight off that cliff, man. You know what's right. Okay? And that's that what? That's that coming into that understanding and humbly accepting it, Lord. These people are going to die. Please don't kill me though. That's that's how we really feel, man. You know what I'm saying? We understand what's about to happen to these people, man, and it's nothing nice. We understand what's about to happen to this earth, man, and it's nothing nice, man. What we're praying and coming out here to do is to get mercy, man.
That's right.
Right? To get that shield and that covering for the times, right? And you can't do that.
Like Apostle Ramlab deposited into your spiritual bank account.
Man, we over here trying to just cash money flow. I'm trying to open up multiple revenues to the months. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get multiple streamlines to it. Hey, man, we have to be the best we can be to get up out of here. You can't do that being all in cahoots with these worldly people, man. All right, do your certain extent, balance out, but be ye not, tipping over to the ledge to the worldly side, man.
The Lambeck, what's that, Sep? Be ye not conformed to this world?
Yeah,
Romans 12, verse 1.
Be ye in the world, but not of the world. You know
Friendship with the world is what? Enmity with the Most High?
You grab that mic.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 7 through 9. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men.
Right. So the men of this sign, man, are going to be sprinkled amongst everybody. All right. So of course we don't come from different walks of life, different places, different origins, and this, that, and the next thing. But at the end of the day, they're of our people, and it's not about color; it's about spirit, man. All right, our spirit bear witness with your spirit that we are the sons of the Most High, man.
Sons of the living power.
Okay.
And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep.
Right. So when this time comes, and those that have the understanding and the Most High raises that standard, they're going to be like lions among sheep, man. Lions among deer, man. All right. We're not going to be worried about the worldly Gentile, man, in that day. We're gonna be worried about our brethren, man, and just surviving, man, making it for salvation, man. Go ahead.
Who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver.
Come on, man. So ain't nobody gonna save you from someone that the Lord has risen up in power, man. Being that of Jacob, and that's twofold, because guess what? Jacob's seed, even the 2/3 are gonna be busting your ass, man. They're gonna be rampaging throughout the entirety of America, man. They're gonna be getting slaughtered, but they're gonna be getting their licks in too.
The 2/3 gonna get in on Esau too, man.
That's right. What was that on that up?
Verse 9, thy hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off.
Come on. All right, we're gonna be basically on y'all ass, man. All right, for all that wicked things, all the wicked things you set up to be against us, we're gonna be on your ass, and we'll end on this one, man. Slovakia, and we'll call it a day. This is still in Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19, and it says, "In Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah," man. All right, so all these things are gonna come to pass. And this place is going to be as Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And the destruction will be as Sodom and Gomorrah. And it will be quick, man. The Lord said it will only take an hour. And with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash.
Once again, double honors into the elder apostles of GMS. All right, peace and salutations to the Akim pushing his truth and sincerity in the four corners and the four winds of the earth. All right, peace and salutations to the listeners and the learners and the Akwath and the children amongst them. Unto you, we say Shalom,
Shalom.
and Abba Gabal.
Ba'ashem.